Why we snack at work and how to avoid it. When we were kids, we were rewarded with food. Unconsciously, we're doing the exact same things as adults. It's a bit fucked up. If you can make sure that you are quenched of thirst throughout your day, then you have a lot less chance of snacking constantly. Chocolates, chips, even these protein bars, they've all got processed sugar in them. What that is actually doing is we snack a lot at work because we do not eat consciously. It's really important that you're able to be nourished, satiated, energized, so that you can do the work that you fucking love. Welcome, wisdom keepers, soul tribe, and new earth leaders to Soul Temple, your haven for self-discovery and growth. I'm Blythe Langford, and I am your guide to finding yourself and your true purpose. Together, let's shift from feeling stuck and misaligned to living a life of purpose and prosperity. Why we snack at work and how to avoid it. Now, I don't know about you, but when I used to be at work, and a lot of my clients struggle with this, is just snacking and like snacking chocolate, sweets, fatty foods, chips, all of the things like, oh, I just want to snack on the thing. And literally a lot of the mind is focused on food a lot of the time. Now, if this is you, I've got some tips on why we do this, and we're going to go into them and how we can break these habits and addictions as well. One of the main things is because we don't even fucking like what we're doing. Like what we're actually doing, we don't like it. So we snack on things to give ourselves a reward so that we can go in and do the task. Now, this is from like unconscious programming because our parents fed us with love, God bless them, but we are doing that to ourselves. So if we can catch ourselves in that moment and be like, babe, I will feed you once we've done the task, then we start to adult and parent ourselves. And that's what we really want to be doing. So catching ourselves in those moments. So like I said, it's an addiction. It's a habit. It's something that we've allowed ourselves to do. And so just like any addiction or habit, we've got to rewire ourselves and reprogram ourselves and be in control of that little person within us that just wants to have us self-sabotage or have us just go and reach for the things or have us avoiding the tasks that we find really uncomfortable. Now, the first reason that we snack a lot is because we're dehydrated. 9 times out of 10, we are dehydrated, right? Our body is really dehydrated, but our mind is like, okay, let's go and reach for that sugar or fat or chippy thing that is going to satiate us and give us fuel. But we keep on snacking because we're really dehydrated. So if you can make sure that you are quenched of thirst throughout your day, then you have a lot less chance of snacking constantly. So it's really important. So what I always do is like when I have a busy day, the night before, I'll prepare my drinks first. So I have 3-liter bottles. Each one of them has a different thing in it. I've got my lemon water with salt and honey in there. I've got a tea that's going to give me energy with honey. I'm a bit addicted in winter. It's freezing. And then number 3, I've got another tea that's going to be calming for the day. So I know what I'm going to be doing during the day, and they're my 3 things. That is my challenge for myself. Every single day, I have to get through the water. And then once I've had the water, then I can have food after, later, if I need it. But I will not eat anything until I've drunk at least 1.5 liters of water. Generally, it's 2. So if you were to implement that habit, it will change your life forever. And you will feel so much better and you'll be way more focused, because also remember that water is a calmer. It will calm you down. And if you were to grab your water bottle, pop your hands over it, take a second before you drink it and just put all your love and energy and good vibes into that water, the water will absorb it, because water is a living frequency. It's a living element of this planet. So if you're able to tune in and activate your water with your vibes, your good vibes, then that water will give you back all of those good vibes. And that's what we want. We want more yumminess. Now, my teachers in Mexico would always say the most important thing is to pray over your water. Like if you do nothing else in the day, do that, because the water is a part of God, creation, right? So higher source, self, Buddha, Allah, whatever you believe in, but it will help activate you and hydrate you in the best way possible. The number 2 reason why we snack a lot at work is because we're eating out of habit. Now, when we were kids, we were rewarded with food. And so unconsciously, we're doing the exact same things as adults. It's a bit fucked up, hey, but we do it. So what we do is we're constantly snacking because we're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this thing that I actually hate. I'm out of alignment in my life. I don't like the job that I'm doing and I really want to snack. And so if I'm going to do the work, it's like a little kid having a temper tantrum. If I'm going to do the work, I'm going to feed myself and I'm going to reward myself with love because I hate what I'm doing. So it's a bit yuck, isn't it? I mean, I notice I still catch myself sometimes doing that as well. I'm like, I go to reach for the food. I'm like, just do the fucking work, Blythe. Like, front up, do the work. Like, you don't need to have 20 snacks to complete one task, you know? Like, so my love, sister, I got you. We all have been fed by love from our beautiful parents, our caretakers. And so unfortunately, it is indoctrinated into us. And at times, this little inner part of us will just be like calling out to be like, hey, I'm here, feed me. And it's like, yes, sweetie, I got you. It's not our higher self. It's just this little part of us that doesn't want to do the job. So we just need to say to her, sweetheart, I got you, honey, darling, my love. We will do whatever it is that we're going to do first, and then I will reward you with food if I'm hungry. And yeah, once you realize that once you realize it's this little part of yourself, then it's a lot easier to not go for the snack, and you can just be like, whoa, caught myself. There she is again. I love you. It's okay. We're going to do the task. Do the task, move on, get it done. Now, the number 3 reason why we snack at work is because it's a trauma response in our body. Our body is in our nervous system in that moment. So what we want to do is take a few long, slow, deep breaths so that we don't act on that trauma response. Because remember, trauma isn't just fight, fright, freeze, or fawn. It's also feast and fucking. So we're feasting in that moment because we're in a trauma response. Our body is activated. Our nervous system is activated. I want you to try this really simple 5-second breath work technique. You're going to breathe in 5 short, quick breaths and then 1 long breath in and 1 long breath out. Oh my gosh, see how good you feel. You can literally get high off this in 5 seconds. Ready? Do it with me. That was yummy. Is that yummy for you? Do that. It's so good. So if you do that before you have reached for the snack, or do that every time you want to reach for the snack, 9 times out of 10 you won't reach for the snack. You'll just be able to get back onto the work, be focused, and feel really fucking good. Get high on your own supply, you know? The number 4 reason why we snack at work is because we are suppressing our emotions. Yes, we want to avoid the tasks we don't want to do. This is a really common ADHD thing. If you're like me and you have ADHD, which most entrepreneurs and leaders do, you're welcome. We're doing it to suppress our emotions. So what we're actually feeling, we're just eating ourselves, eating just to numb it and avoid it and not actually do the task at hand, or not actually say to the person that has given us the task, mate, do the task yourself. This isn't what I want to do. I'm people pleasing. Again, damn it. ADHD, all the things. Damn it. Damn it. Am I doing that again? You know what? Thank you for giving me this beautiful task to do, and I am going to lovingly give it back to you to do because it is not of my highest value right now. It is not of my highest service. It's not going to bring us to the place that we really need to be right now, or you're going to go get your VA to do it. So either way, you suppressing your emotions and figure out what's going to be the best solution to actually get back to the work or get somebody else to do that task for you. Now, our number 5 reason why we snack at work is because we're not nourished with optimum nutrition. What do I mean? You don't have enough glucose in your brain. Your brain's freaking hungry. Hungry, like really hungry. So give it some organic, raw sugar in some form, whether that be from fruit. Yes, fruit, dates, dried fruit that have no oil and no sulfur in them, because most do. A medjool date, have a honey tea, a raw honey tea, or have a freshly squeezed juice or have a smoothie, eat a banana. So simple, but making sure that we have got optimum nourishment from our food. Because 9 times out of 10, we are like a lot of people when they are snacking, they're snacking on things that have got zero nutrition, right? Chocolates, chips, and processed sugar. So like ice creams or bars or even these protein bars, they've all got processed sugar in them. So what that is actually doing is wiring up our nervous system, getting us into a anxious state so that we want to keep on eating and feasting because we're in our nervous system again. So when we are eating optimally through the day, so making sure that we've drunk enough water in the morning, then we're going to have a high fruit breakfast, then we're going to have fruit snacks during the day, we will be of the best nutrition so we don't constantly snack. Now people can be like, oh my gosh, I just had an orange and I'm still wanting to eat food. Okay, cool. I want you to go and have 10 oranges because then you'll be full. You know, don't eat too little. On a high carb diet, you can eat more. Go and eat more. I'll always say to everybody, they're like, oh, this is what's happened. I'm like, you're undernourished. You don't have enough calories. Go and eat more food. This is not a restrictive lifestyle. It's about having abundance, and you should have abundance from your food. A lot of people have like these tiny little meals. I see them. I sit next to the boys when we're at when we're at our events, and they have like these tiny little meals and they're like pretty much white and tanned colored food. And I'm just like there with my basket of colorful vibrations of love food. They're like, are you going to eat all that? I'm like, are you just going to eat that? And I'm like this tiny woman and they're like this man, it's like, yeah, everybody's calorie deficient and they're nourished and their nutritional content and their micronutrients is insufficient. So making sure that we are having optimum nutrition, not macro nutrition. I'm going to go into macros and micros in another episode, but micronutrition, making sure that we're having enough calories, making sure we've got all of the vitamins and minerals in our food, fruit, veggies, nuts, seeds, smoothies, juices, get it in your face. Now, the number 6 reason why we snack a lot at work is because we do not eat consciously. What I mean is we are on the computer, we're on the TV, we're doing 1,000 things and we're eating at that time. And our brain isn't actually conscious that we are eating. So what I would love you to do every time that you do eat is eat without any devices on, without any work. I know this is so hard when you're at work and you're an entrepreneur or a leader, but you really need to take that time for yourself or you're going to keep on snacking and binging for the rest of your life. So what I mean is, yes, you have to take 5 minutes just to slow down and eat. And before you eat, get conscious because we can be just in our reactive state and not even be present in our life. So like I said before, doing those conscious breaths, get back in your body, feel yourself, like legit feel yourself, honey. Like you feel good. You feel really good. So feel yourself, get in your body. Do the breath. Do the breath. If you want to, like I do, I always just give great thanks, do an intentional prayer before my food, not a religious prayer, an intentional prayer of gratitude for the food, for the farmers, for the sun, for the earth, for nourishing this food so that it can nourish my body and my life, and just put your good vibes into it because food is alive and living, especially if it's raw. Put your good vibes in it and it will absorb that and nourish you tenfold. And then you won't feel hungry afterwards. You're like, 9 times out of 10, I can't even get through my meals because I'm like, oh, this food's so good. It tastes so good and I just want to eat it and I'm so full. So that's how I would like you to feel, satiated after every meal. Yes, satiated after a salad or fruit because it is 100% possible and it is 100% nourishment for your body. Now, there's a few misconceptions around snacking at work as well that I just want to touch into as well because there's multiple ways of eating, right? So if you're a grazer and you graze and have tiny little meals all throughout the day, then snacking is how you eat. Just make sure that you don't have all of these snacks and then a massive, massive meal if you're eating high density foods that are like meat and dairy and all of those things. It's not going to be great for you. But if you like that style of eating, then a raw vegan or a vegan lifestyle would be perfect for you, because you can snack all day on fruit and then have your bigger meal in the evening that's either like a big salad or veggies. Then that's totally fine, because that is going to work perfectly for you. So maybe that's okay for you. Other people like to fast all day so that they just drink all day. So rather than snacking on foods, you just snack on drinks instead and then have your bigger meals towards the end of the day. That's fine too. You just have to learn what's going to be best for you. I personally know if I snack all day, I'm tired as fuck and I don't have energy. It does not give me energy. That is not the optimum way that I function. And I know a lot of people are like that. But a lot of clients like to snack in the earlier parts of the day and then they'll fast later on in the day. And that's great too. So you've just got to figure out what is going to work best for you. And the way that you figure it out is not by just appeasing your desires, but actually tuning into what gives you the most energy, because energy is life force. And what I want you to tune into is the life force that's going to give you the ability to do the work that you're here to do, because it's really important that you're able to be nourished, satiated, energized, so that you can do your life purpose, so that you can do the work that you fucking love, so that you don't have to be obsessed about food all the time. I know that when I used to be working in a job that I didn't love, I was obsessed with thinking over food all the time. I always wanted to snack. I was always thinking about my next snack, like what I was doing, because I was so out of alignment with what I was really wanting to do. Like I really wanted to exit my businesses and I was a bit trapped in them. And I find a lot of people are like that too. They're trapped in something that they don't absolutely love for the money, rather than actually realizing that it's causing them ill health, causing them to snack all the time on things that they don't even like, because they're actually subconsciously poisoning themselves so that they can get sick regularly so they don't have to come to work. So just make sure that you're aware of your snacking and what it means to you. And if it's okay and it's in alignment with you having energy to fuel yourself and it's good energy throughout the day, 10 thumbs up to you. Like, that's sweet. Go snack all through the day. That's totally fine, because I snack all through the afternoon. But if this snacking is causing you to have low energy, shit self-esteem, not getting your tasks done, really avoiding your jobs, and is making your business suffer, then this snacking is something that you want to be able to understand and create a vision of how you want it to be, of who you need to be and who you want to be and why. So my love, I think the most important thing I would love you to take away from this is just to look at your habits of what you're doing. Are they detrimental or are they positive? Are they getting you to where you need to be or where you want to be, or are they not? And just reassessing, because once you can look into what it is that you're doing and if you are harming or being proactive, then you'll actually see whether you're in alignment or out of alignment, because that's what it all comes back to. I just want to help you get back into alignment so that you can feel fully on fire in your life and in your business, and so that these little habits and addictions don't cause you harm. Because at the end of the day, it's just food and you're doing your best. And once you can realize and allow yourself to just give yourself a bit of grace, give yourself a bit of space, and use it as a tool to see whether you actually like what you're doing or not, and whether this is a time to shift up and change and have a bit of a transformation in your health and within the work that you're doing. Maybe that's what you need to do. And maybe you're here to do greater things, or maybe you're here to just make greater impact in your business or in the leadership that you're doing. So take this time to, really consider, am I in alignment with the work that I'm doing, or is this snacking a sign that my body is trying to tell me that I'm out of alignment and I need to make a change? And make the change. And that's why coaches and mentors are there. And if you want some support, I would love to get on a call and see if we're aligned to work together, because maybe we're not. Maybe there's somebody else out there that's better for you, but maybe I have a program that could really help you. And I hope you got lots out of this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. But please let me know in the comments below. Do you have this struggling with snacking at work? Is food obsession a bit of a thing for you? Let me know. And I look forward to seeing you in the next podcast. Much love, beautiful. Thank you for joining me on Soul Temple. If this episode spoke to your soul, I would love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And do not forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. But don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my like-minded community of souls at Blythe Langford on all social platforms. I really look forward to diving deeper with you on your journey.